In the last concert that Tony Allen had here in LA, one of the percussionists had it was a little drum. It looked like a snare. Mm-hmm. But the sound was so loud. I mean, it was so deep. It didn't even need microphones. And the place was packed. Why hasn't there been a lot of like instruments being used in dubstep?
I think that could change too. I think because it's like such a like homemade thing, people just haven't had the resources to like a large music studio. But I think as like it grows, that kind of stuff will happen. A lot of dubstep now are bedroom producers. They're kids that have a computer next to their bed. They're got the little studio monitors, and even some like the big names in dubstep. It's the same. They have little studio monitors. They do it all on their computer.
They're all sitting in their underwear in their room.
Basically, yeah. And just making tunes and hanging out and, trying to come up with one thing or another. But I think one thing that it could be beneficial from, more money, more capital, more resources coming in through different types of commercial avenues, access to studios and stuff where you have the ability to kind of record live instruments. I mean, it happened in drum and bass with people like Ronnie Size, and he did his New Forms album. And he used all these sort of upright bass artists and different percussionists, and he created an album that ended up winning like a Mercury Award.
It would be great to see this in the future, under the same context, but some live stuff.
I mean, I know some people who are doing like analog gear, and they're like creating dubstep with like analog gear, and some of it's like really neat, and they're using like very elementary nowadays like setups to kind of create it. But yeah, I mean, I think that is one avenue that hasn't been explored yet. I guess, people like Distance, for instance, the stuff that he makes, he actually plays like rock guitar riffs and sort of samples that and stuff. But again, it's like, that hasn't really been explored yet. There's been these sort of like popular trends and styles, like last year it seems like drum and bass played sort of a popular style in dubstep with just some of the different types of bass lines that they were using. And this year I feel like techno has been sort of an influence, and you're hearing people using sort of techno sounds. But as these different trends happen, like there's just infinite amounts of like influences that dubstep takes in. So that's sort of like the best part about dubstep, is anything mixed with the basic dubstep format is accepted. There's not certain people that say, well, I only listen to Latin jazz dubstep, or I only listen to blues dubstep, or, I only listen to, techno and dubstep, whatever. There really isn't anything like that. Like, you can hear a DJ play all these different varieties of dubstep in a set.
It's just dubstep.
And it still is just dubstep, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, I think there's an open canvas. There's many influences to sort of draw in, and many new things to sort of create. So, it's just sort of bound. It's not bound by any limitations of acceptance. Anything can be sort of experimented with, and it's encouraged. So, I think more and more people are going to be kind of playing with that sort of stuff in the future.
So that is the future that you might see.
That's one element to it, yeah.
Okay, just to finish, tell us about the future plans of Smog LA regarding upcoming events and what will be going on with the label.
Well, short term, our third release is coming out. We have a track by a local producer named DLX, a track called Matter of Facts. And our good friend Breakage remixed it, and it's been big. It's been a big tune. There's people like Scream and Banga that have been playing it on dubplate, and Scream has a mix CD that's come out with that track on there, and you know, TRG's played it on Radio 1, and Appleblim's playing it in his podcasts, and it's big. It's going to be a big thing for us. So we're very excited about our next release. That's going to be big.
And congratulations for your 2nd year.
Yeah, we just had our 2-year anniversary party this past weekend, which was amazing, beyond capacity.
Yeah.
Like, can't even believe like we pulled it off. But yeah, it was a big success. So.
It was hands down a great party.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm still sort of processing it mentally, exactly what happened. But yeah, it was very overwhelming. And so yeah, definitely expect more events like that. Our next event is October 25th here in LA. We do our events at the Echo. And we have Headhunter coming. And Headhunter is one of those people that's sort of been experimenting with the techno sound a little bit, as is DJ G, who from San Francisco, and he's playing that night as well. We have another event coming up in December, and then I'm already looking at next year for bookings and who I'm thinking about bringing out. I see Smog kind of aligning itself with some of the festival promoters now too, where we've kind of experimented a little bit with bigger productions, and we'll be able to bring up bigger acts and kind of introduce dubstep on a bigger scale to people that will just be able to kind of wander in and see, wow, what is this? So I think Smog is going to grow event-wise like that. And I definitely see our label growing. We've been getting more and more tunes coming in from other producers, people excited about our label, stores, they're excited about our label. A friend of mine works at BM Soho in London, and he says that every time he hands our records off the wall, people never return them. They end up purchasing them. So yeah, we have a lot of people out there that are really supporting us and really pushing us.
Yeah, because you guys have been doing a great labor. You know,
yeah.
a lot of work, and it's turned out really well because it comes from the heart, you know. It's just very innocent.
It really does. We have this sort of like mantra with all of our thing where it's like, it's all kind of based around love.
And people can feel that,
yeah.
You know, and that's why everybody is so excited, you know, about what is going on and what is going to happen.
No, it's really cool. I've never experienced anything like it before in my life, where I just have all these really wonderful people very excited about being involved in the music that we do. And so yeah, it's like we're seeing, you know, more of that kind of come in, and people in the crowd are feeling that and experiencing it.
Yeah, the best is happening right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just magic.
I think the best is still to come.
And it's still to come. And best wishes to you, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, thank you for inviting me. This is great.
No, this is for all the people, for Xolair.
Yeah.